Hey, it's Rich, the Louisiana hobby guy. And today we're visiting with a friend. And I've actually been knowing this person for almost a better part of a year now and never really got around to doing a video. I've mentioned the company and I've put up a couple of links here and there, but I've never really gotten to actually doing an interview and going over some of their products. So today, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking a look at a company called Chewbarka. You can see it right up there on the corner of the screen right there. That's their logo. And today I've got Frank, who is the, I'm going to get this wrong, the COO. Hi, Frank. CEO.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm Frank.
The CEO from Chewbarka. Hi, Frank. It's good to have you here finally.
Pleasure to meet you.
So today we're going to be talking about some of the products that this company makes. And I know it's, kind of a funny name, but I've grown to absolutely love it. And what they make is aluminum products. And we all use these products in laser engraving. Everybody uses them for, blanks, for luggage tags, for dog tags. And when you see some of the products that this company makes, all in one place, made in the USA, with just the best quality that I've seen so far with these metal products, you're going to want to at least get some samples and see for yourself. So, with that said, Frank, I wanted to just let our viewers know a little bit about you. Can you tell us a little about the history of the company and your role?
Sure. Thank you, Rich. Hi, everyone. I'm Frank. I'm the president and CEO of Chewbarka. I'm nice and young, 25 years old, and I took over the company from my parents, and I really wanted to ingrain to my generation and the upcoming generation, you can do this in America. It can be done. And a little bit of the history. I would say around 2002, 2003, my parents are walking around a pet store and they found a little Chinese made tag and from one of their previous machines, whoever they were, and they took them and they could bend them. You took them and they were cracking and they were just poor quality. You're like, I'm going to spend $20 on a tag that is basically worthless in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And coming from my family's background of tool makers and manufacturers, and we said to each other, well, we can do a lot better than that. And at the time, we had a pet. He chewed and barked at everything, so that's where we got the name Chewbarka. We had a husky, and that's where we decided, you know what, we can do this better. We started with one shape, and we started anodizing, getting that the chemicals correct to make sure that it's a premium grade that you're not going to find.
So tell me, is this the shape that you started with?
No, that's not the shape. That's actually a rolled edge.
Oh, yeah, this is the rolled edge. Well, how
Yeah,
about this side?
the shape is yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, the GI tag. Yep.
Uh-huh.
And we decided, let's make a heart shape. Let's like a bone shape. And next thing we know, we have an entire line. I mean, I've over 1,000 SKUs all of a sudden. Well, not all of a sudden, but over time.
Yeah, folks, I have never seen a selection this big, and I'm going to show you some of this as we go through the interview here so that you can get a better idea. I'm sorry, Frank, go ahead.
Sure, no problem. And we stamped our own products. We have material coming in and out. We have 5 to 10 people at this time, and now we're like, wow, we actually have a real business here. We were first focused more on manufacturing tools. They're called. They're little devices that stamp the little pieces out of the aluminum that goes through the piece through the tool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what we found was a lot of our counterparts, whether it be from China, are stamping them out of pre-anodized aluminum. What differentiates us is that we stamp them out of non-anodized aluminum, then get them anodized afterwards.
Uh-huh.
This is the difference where it's a little niche for us because the quality is exceptional. It's
Yes.
a little bit more expensive, but it'll pay off its dividends. And that's how we grew the business. And ever since we've gone to trade shows, we've been to different engraving storefronts and whatnot. We wanted to learn about the customer, and we decided, you know what, there's a market for people who just don't want to sell junk.
Right.
And that's where we came from.
So how large is the actual plant itself, the factory?
Our plant itself is 7,100 square feet, and it's really devised of three different fractions, being one, the warehouse, which I'm in now, and then we have, which our distribution center, sales center, and our stamping division, which is more or less the machines and the coils and the people working there. And then lastly would be our anodizing facilities, which we, of course, in order to get the price to an efficient point, we're all integrated together. So that's what makes us a little bit more competitive than someone who wants, oh, I'm just going to do this myself. Well, we have a nice network, which we would invite you to join.
Right. So what I really like is the label that they seal the bag with.
That's right.
Made in the USA, proudly made in the USA. It says. I tore off the proudly. It's on the other side here, but proudly made in the USA. And I've talked about this before. It's very hard to get anything that's made in the USA. And why do you want to spend a little bit more money and get something made in the USA? The answer is very simple. You're spending just a little bit more money, but you're getting a much greater quality. And probably more important than that is, what about your neighbor and your friends? There's an economic impact that goes along with making one of these tags. And that economic impact is jobs and employment and growing the economy. And Frank, what is, just a guess, what is the economic impact that you have on your community in Rhode Island?
Well, in my community, we employ anywhere between 5 to 10 people. It orchestrates between many different subcontractors, but usually our economic impact is between $1 million, $2 million a year.
Yeah,
and that's what we run with.
And there you go. So, your couple of pennies extra that you're spending is impacting the U.S. economy by a couple of $1 million. So that is really important to know. And whenever I can, I buy made in the USA. I buy made in the USA boots. I try and buy made in the USA shoes, although sometimes I'll get the Italian ones. But I try and buy made in the USA as much as I can, and I try and buy mom and pop. And Frank is representing all of the qualities that I look for in a business, which is mom and pop. It's a family-run business.
That's right.
And with a local economic impact, and they do not buy their supplies from China.
That is correct.
And there is a huge difference between the metallurgy of a stamping blank that's made in the USA and one that's made in China. I mean, just a huge difference. One way that you can tell is my patio set in the back of my house here. It's an outdoor patio set. Is 35 years old. It was around $3,000 35 years ago. It still looks like it's brand new. The house next door, our family home where our son lives now, he's been there for 4 to 5 years, and he's gone through 3 different outdoor table sets. The difference, mine was made in Georgia with steel, with metal from the USA, and his was made in China. And by the end of the first year being outside, it rusts out, or at least it starts to get rust everywhere and needs to be replaced. So there is a huge difference between buying in the USA and buying something that is cheap Chinese garbage in most cases. You can't, this luggage tag that comes from Frank and Chewbarka, this luggage tag will make it through the gorillas that handle your luggage. This thing is thick, and I know you can't see it in this video, but this is probably twice as thick. And man, does it have beautiful edges on it. It's probably twice as thick as the luggage tags that I have, and it seems to be a little bit larger than the other ones that I have that came from China. And one of the really nice things that I like about this company is that they give you so many choices of colors. Look at all these luggage tags. I mean, there's all sorts of choices of colors, and there's all different types of styles. So let's say that you didn't want the luggage tag opening for the strap. Well, they've got a rectangular, size here. A bunch of different color, every color you can imagine. You want to make a plaque and have the 4 little brass screws that hold it onto a piece of wood. You can get it in all different sizes. You want just a regular, smaller rectangle. I mean, there's just so much that to choose from on the website. I could spend hours and hours there. You can even get bottle openers ready to engrave. So bottle openers. How about the golf? What is it called, Frank?
Golf divots.
Golf divot. How about that? Engrave this and give this to one of your friends that plays golf, and put their name and information on here with a little graphic. They'll absolutely love it. Or how about some bill holders, money clips? These could be really good sellers, and all of this stuff is available all in one place.
That's right.
And that's what I like. So let's talk about the quality of these things. And I know you're not going to be able to see this on camera. Frank, I'm going to actually zoom out of you for a second, and we're going to zoom into me and get a better look, if we can, look at the quality of this stainless steel tag. It is just absolutely beautiful. You're not going to find that. This is the nicest stainless steel dog tag that I've seen. This is polished chrome, I believe, right, Frank?
That's polished nickel.
Polished nickel. I'm sorry, polished nickel. And so, what if you want to give your dog a little treat?
Yeah.
How about something with all of these little gemstones all the way around it? A dog tag for your dog. You got that. What if you want to give them something in a rose gold, and you need it to be soft? Well, then you can use this little protector. They also sell accessories. So you've got this little silicone, I believe it's silicone protector that goes around it. Or how about something that is gold? And I know this is not gold, but this is this one, is a little bit scratched up because I've been showing this around to my friends at my local club. So I haven't kept them in the protector package, but just a beautiful, beautiful dog tag. And then what I like is these ones that are old fashioned, sort of like real dog tag styles, and they're recessed dog tags. And if you can see that, they've got that recess on it. That makes it look like a real dog tag. So really nice stuff. All different colors. Oops, there goes one. I'll have to find that one later. And even some things that you would never expect that you could engrave on the back of, like, take a look at that. Is that cool or what? I mean, you got that. You've got the dog paw, which is really incredible. I wish I could get this on camera. I can't. Maybe what I'll do is at the end of the video, I'll post up some pictures there. Okay, and just to get to some of the other tags real quickly, I'm going to put Frank back out again for a minute. And we've got every shape that you can possibly imagine. I'll try and get these on my shirt here. So you got that. You've got the heart. And I mean, these are just absolutely beautiful to look at. The regular bone, which I guess most people are familiar with. We've got, I believe this is an owl. If we look at that. Is that an owl, Frank?
It's a cat.
Oh, it's a cat. Okay, I can't really see it that well. There we go, cat. Yeah, so you engraved the backside with your cat's name. We've got a double hole for like a plaque, if you need to put a name on a wooden plaque. We've got a fire hydrant, and I'm not going to cover every single product that Chewbarka offers, but these are just some of them that are incredible. How about a police badge? How many people do gifts for police officers? A lot. And we've got our star. This is like a Christmas star. And of course, the regular stamping blank. But also, when I did that divot earlier, I didn't show you this one. So there's the second kind right there. So that's the second kind of divot right there. One of the things that I like to do a lot, and I just actually did this with my really crappy aluminum that I had before. I completely forgot that I had these, or else I would have used it. Was I like to do bracelets, and I just did bracelets for my grandchildren when they went to Disney. And I do these bracelets that say, I'm lost, call my mommy, with the phone number on it. And they wear it the whole time they're in Disney, just in case they get separated. So here are some of the ones. This is very similar to the one that I have, except this is, quite a bit larger, and it's black. The one I have is just regular aluminum. Then they get bigger from there. This is a really nice looking bracelet right here. And then, of course, you have like the tongue depressor sort of look. And I do have a bender. Frank, do you sell the benders for the bracelets?
We sell them separately, yes. You email us on the side, we'll take care of you.
Yeah. And they come in all different colors. And these are a lot nicer than any of the bracelets that I've ever bought. And then, of course, we have the bookmark. And Frank just told me that this is also can be used as a paper clip. So really neat bookmark. You can put some type of religious saying on there, anything that you want. You can have a charity. They have charity blanks. I mean, just everything that you can possibly imagine that you're going to want to engrave on metal. And, for the fiber laser, these work really well on the diode laser, CO2 laser, and of course, the fiber laser is the fastest. You could probably do 50 of them in 10 minutes. But they'll work on any laser engraver that you possibly have, from 5 watts all the way up to whatever it is that you've got. So, Frank, I've told them why they should buy their metals from Chewbarka. Now, let's find out why you think they should buy from Chewbarka. I'm going to guess it's a lot of the same reasons.
It's a few reasons, but it comes down to quality and the people who you are affecting. Now, when you purchase something from me, or when a customer purchases something from you, you're not only purchasing from me, but a multitude of other American businesses. The aluminum, the anodizing, the warehousing, the shipping, everything is USA made. So that $1 you spend on a tag, let's say, is going to be trickled throughout an entire stream of US companies.
Right.
And that alone, besides the quality, that's why it makes it really important for me.
Mm-hmm. And are you going to offer a discount code for my viewers?
Yes, I'm going to offer the.
We can talk about that privately, but if you tell us how much the discount code is, I'll put it below the video.
I'll give a 10% discount if you mention the Louisiana Hobby Guy, and I will give you the code momentarily.
Okay, sounds good. And Frank has a nice website set up. It's a state-of-the-art shop, and it works really well. I've used it, and I will put that code down below the video if you want to go and order some sample products. I suggest that everybody go over and at least order some samples. Go over to the website and, order 10, 15, or 20 different things and get an idea of the quality. You really can't understand the quality of these things until you actually have one in your hand and you feel it and you look at it, and it's like, wow, there is such a big difference between this and any other luggage tag that I've ever used, that I'm not going to buy my products anywhere else. And Frank brought up a great point, is that economic impact. That's something I always think about, and I didn't explain that well. Yeah, that economic impact from where he buys all of his supplies, I mean, it spreads out, you know, like a spider web to companies all over the area. And
Right.
that economic impact that he mentioned is only a small bit of the total
Mhm.
economic impact when you look at all the jobs and things. So, you know, I'd rather buy from a company that creates jobs than a company that imports and creates jobs in another country, especially China. And I want to have the meteorology, I want to have the selection, I want to have the choice, I want to have everything that Chewbarka offers. And you know, this is like my dream website for metals. And I just wish that I could find one now, a dream website for wood and a dream website for acrylic. Seems I have to keep changing suppliers. But when it comes to metals, Frank even did a special project for me that's going to be coming up in a November video where he's custom cutting and anodizing some specialty products just for my video. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that.
You're most welcome. Glad to help.
And you'll get to see that in November after we get back from the Lightburn convention. So we'll be going to LBX from October 27th for 3 days, and we'll be back in November, in the beginning of November. I'm going to give the guys some of the samples that Frank sent to me, and we're going to run that project together. It's going to be a surprise project. You're going to love it. So anyway, I want to thank you, Frank, for coming on and giving us some time today and introducing your company to us. And I wish you the best of luck. And I hope that all of my viewers out there overwhelm you with orders.
Thank you so much for having me. Please, we want to help you. You're getting an engraving company started. We will send you sample packs, probably more than I should, but I want to get you going. We're weather resistant, scratch resistant. The anodize is pure white when you engrave on it. We want to help you because you're an American company. You can international company. We want to help you.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. I didn't even know that. Okay, everybody. I want to thank you all for joining me today for this special edition with the CEO from Chewbarka. And I hope you take advantage of that coupon that I'm going to put right down there below the video. So, as always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.